Hi, I'm Ryan Serhant, founder and CEO of the real estate brokerage Serhant, the most followed real estate brand in the world. And you may know me from TV or my best-selling books or through the media and my personal brand or on the news, but somehow you found yourself here. And I am super excited to bring you this course because closing and negotiation are the core of what we do as salespeople, for all salespeople, and especially in the real estate business. While your one job as a real estate agent is to generate leads, you only make your money by actually closing deals, right? Because you can generate all the leads in the world, but if you don't actually close them, then the leads are just contacts. And you haven't turned those leads into relationships, and those relationships into deals, and those deals into income. There's a process here. And it's where the actual touchdown happens, that closing. The only way we earn success as an agent. And us, you and me, as agents, don't really talk about this that much. When I speak at industry conferences or agents pop into my DMs all day, every day, the topics and the questions are almost always about lead gen. How do I build my pipeline? I need more leads. I just need more business. I need more people. I need more people. We spend so much time perfecting our personal brand and running ads and doing all the network, which is all great, by the way. This is our 7th course that we've done here as part of the Sell Like Serhant community, and all of what I just went through is incredibly important. It's important to how you build your career as a salesperson, but when it comes time to actually close and negotiate and make money, we sort of just do what we've always done, right? Either we learned it from experience, or we picked it up from someone else, or we just kind of get uncomfortable because showing homes is not that hard, and the close is sort of like, okay, if they want to buy it, maybe they'll just buy it, and I don't have to ask questions. What do I even ask? Do I do the positive sandwich? But no, with me, everything I touch turns to sold. Someone told me to say that once. What do I do? Let me ask you, when was the last time you really sat down and considered your closing and negotiation technique? Have you ever thought back on a deal and thought, that could have gone better? Or thought to yourself, oh man, why didn't I just say that one thing that I'm thinking about right now while I'm in the shower, and that deal is now dead, but I could have said it and no one told me what to say. And you think things through over and over and over, right? It's the worst. The aim of this class, this course, the whole reason you are here right now, watching me on your computer, on your phone, in a classroom, with your brokerage, with your team, or by yourself at night, while maybe someone's sleeping next to you and you're just laying there in the dark and the light is just kind of seeping into your brain. The aim here is to sharpen your skills so each close is as smooth as sliding down a mountain. It's as smooth as anything else, so that you can get to more closes because you start using the techniques that I'm going to teach you in this course that have gotten me to over $5 billion in sales. Now, for those of you who are new to me, maybe you saw an ad for this course and this is the first thing you've ever done with me. I was not born in this business. I was not born a salesperson. I wasn't in 5th grade saying, you know what I want to do? I want to close and negotiate like those people I see on TV. When I was growing up, there was no real estate on TV. The closest you'd get to is The Secret Lives of the Rich and Famous. But how those people bought those homes, that wasn't out there. That wasn't entertainment. I learned how to sell in the toughest market in the world through trial by fire. And I've learned how to close and negotiate. And I've learned my own methods, my own tactics that have gotten me to sell more real estate for more money and faster than anybody else ever. And so I'm going to give you everything I know. And this is the course that I've wanted to make for years and years and years, and we are finally ready to give it to you. Let me give you an analogy. Football players, okay? Professional football players. And for those of you watching this outside of the United States, American football players, they practice running plays to score touchdowns, and they practice kicking field goals, the 2 ways to get points in a football game, in addition to all the plays that set them up to get into the red zone to score touchdowns or to kick field goals. Okay? If those athletes who are paid so much money are consistently practicing and practicing and practicing and practicing, the individual plays that score the points, on top of practicing all the other plays that just get them to that point, then you need to be doing the same thing in the game of real estate sales. That's why this is going to be your ultimate guide to closing and negotiating real estate deals. No one has ever put a course like this together before, because no one in my position who sells as much real estate as I do has actually sat down and done this. All of the other closing and negotiating courses are done by people who don't actually sell anything right now at all. So this is how you close and negotiate going forward today. And starting today, you're going to shift your game time mindset. Yep. We're going to set the players on the field for you to close more deals, close deals faster, save time, and earn more money. Because that's the goal, right? You're not here for your health. I know it's nice for us to hang out and, maybe you just like listening to the sound of my amazing voice and looking at my silver hair, but you're really here because you want to make more money. And you're hoping that if you learn from me, you can, and I'm here to tell you, you will. And if you couldn't tell, I like to think of closing and negotiation as a game, because that's what it is. Your techniques and tactics change depending on the kind of game you're playing. And it's often up to you to determine exactly what that game entails. Because it could be anything. Is this game a game of dodgeball? Do you need to be prepared to leap through the air and catch the opponent's ball before it hits you? Or is it chess? Do you need to quietly assess your next move, watching the opposite side, thinking about where they're going to go, anticipating their moves, and then yours is next, and how are you going to get to checkmate? And then next, because you're catching up to your opponent's mental game. Or is it a sport you've never seen before in your entire life, and you need to educate yourself as you're playing, right? Maybe you've heard of it, but oops, I've never done this before, like, I don't know, cricket. Like, I've heard of cricket, but I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone do it, and I wouldn't know what to do, but I would figure it out real quick. The bottom line is that the framework in any negotiation is the same, but your techniques and tactics change depending on the situation. You wouldn't say, sure, yeah, let's go play hide and seek, and then slap the person next to you and shout, you're it! Wrong tactics, right? You wouldn't do it that way. Wrong tactics, wrong rules, wrong game. No one's going to want to play with you if you're playing hide and seek and you start it by slapping them and saying you're it and then running away. That's tag. For those of you who are like, what's he talking about? That's tag. Hide and seek and tag are different games. Now, I've always said over the years, and if you've watched my vlogs on YouTube or anything else, or seen me talk live at many of the speeches that I've given around the world, every day is a race in this business. You just don't know what type of race you're running. Maybe you're jogging today. Maybe it's a sprint. Maybe it's a marathon. Maybe it's all three. Closing and negotiation is the same. It's all a game. You just don't know what game you're playing until you define it. And a good negotiator knows how to adapt quickly no matter what game is being played. Whether you're working with a developer who's got construction loans that they need to pay off and there's a timeline on their head and there's a lot of pressure, or you're working with a family of 6 who have been living in a 1-bedroom somehow, or you're negotiating with a multi-billionaire who is adding to a massive portfolio of properties like I'm dealing with right now. You need to be ready. You need to be ready for whatever game you're playing, and you need to be ready for anything. And in this course, I'm going to teach you to play in a way that is consistent and successful no matter what the situation is. And this is how you will become the ultimate closer, because you're not a realtor. If you're here, you're watching this course, if you're a member of our programs, there's no realtors here. We are closers. We are entrepreneurial salespeople. We believe in limitless livelihoods. Think about it. Think about what else you could be doing with your time right now. You could be with your kids, you could be with your friends, you could be drinking, you could be watching TV, you could be sleeping, but no, you are here with me right now, watching this so that you can learn to better negotiate and close more deals this year so you can make more money than everyone else in your market. You are a closer. You want to become a closer if you're not already, and I'm going to help you get there. And helping me out with this are some amazing agents, some incredible negotiators, and more. We've even got some surprises in this course. We have a whole workbook that comes with this course. So make sure you get it because it's a guide. It's a guide unlike anything we've ever included with one of our courses. Part workbook, part handbook, part book, all designed to turn you into an epic negotiator. It's something no one else has, and now you do. And one more note before we really get started. Your fiduciary responsibility is always with your client. No matter what market you're in, you are there to get the best deal for them. They've signed the appropriate disclosures. If you're in markets where you can represent both sides are aware, they've signed their appropriate disclosures. You're here representing your client to get the best deal for them. Yes, you're here to get the best deal, but just remember, you don't want to ever put yourself in a tough situation where you're operating just for you. That's not being a closer. That's being a slimy salesperson. And those people don't make the most money anyway. And how you get that deal done for your clients depends on your closing and negotiating power. 99% of all deals are deals if you know how to make them deals. There are probably deals you've had in front of you that you didn't even know were potentially deals, but you didn't have a lot of what we're going to get into this course, like the CODO method. What I've used my entire career and I've never, ever talked about before until now. So buckle up. I want you to be prepared to win all the way to the bank. So let's get started. We've got a lot to get through to make you the ultimate negotiator and closer. Ready, set, go.